Welcome, Vishesh. Let's clear out the finances out of the students today, out of your experience. The first question will be how and why should one start investing in marketing right away from the legal age or, or before, if he can or she can?
You said start investing in markets.
Start investing in markets.
Yeah. So, see, what you have to understand is that markets, especially in India, the entry barrier is very low for anybody to start investing or trading in the markets versus any other business. So for example, if you want to, let us say, get into the business of real estate, or you want to buy properties and sell properties, the entry barrier is very high. You need money to buy a house, only then you can sell it. Let us say you want to become a car dealer, you need money to buy a car and then sell it. But if you want to buy a share of Reliance, you need only 1400 rupees as of today. So uh, the cost of entering a marketplace is very less uh, uh, for in the equities segment I'm talking about in the Indian stock markets. So if you are able to somehow test the waters by trying out what works for you and what does not work, uh, the equity segment, specifically the cash segment, is a very good place to start because the risks are limited, the downside is limited, so is the upside. But then if somebody is entering the stock markets just from the purpose of trying to understand कि, करना क्या है, what is to be done, um, what is a share, how do I buy it, uh, how does money get made, today if I'm buying it for 1400, tomorrow it might become 1200, I'll lose money. But if it becomes 1500 with a dividend coming into your bank, then you are actually making money. uh, so I would suggest the reason for anybody to be looking out to learn something, uh, I would say the markets are one of the easiest marketplaces as a model to enter and test. And the earlier you enter a marketplace, the better you are, because if I can draw an analogy, something like the best swimmers or the best archers in the world are the guys who started at a younger age, and with practice, they have reached an Olympic or a Commonwealth Games level. uh, all of us are all of us know that the famous photo of Tendulkar holding a bat at such a young age, uh, and he became a prodigy, and then he went on to do whatever. But the key is to start early,
As soon as
uh,
possible.
as soon as possible, and you will not struggle to uh, look for large amounts of capital to learn the ropes, if I may call it. Because let's say if you want to learn driving, even driving requires you to have a car, and then you can make an earning out of that.
Yeah.
Then you can become a driver, or you can become something else. But without having a car, it is difficult to make a living out of it. You can still learn by borrowing or renting and going about, but then as a model, if you can draw parallels, trying to learn to trade does not require you to invest in a car to learn how to drive.
So let's take that 1400 as a like and as an example, if
Hmm?
I can take it. So the average tuition fee where I used to go for in high school was like 1200, 1400, somewhere around that per month per subject. So I can just include one more subject in the high school and start learning in that much amount of money. If I can take it that way, like 1000 a month is not very much, like if I can call it that for a high school average middle class person or a student, it's not a lot of money, uh, if it comes to education, but it's a lot of money when it comes to quote unquote gambling status, it, for the state, for the stock market, because it is a status. for the stock market. So if I can include just one more subject in the terms of learning, that would be a good explanation to how, like एक और subject जोड़ लिया, you're paying 1 more thousand, 2 more thousand in the tuition, and now you're learning investing.
Yeah. So the key thing to harp on to this question is learning.
Yes.
You are here for learning and not for earning.
Mm.
To begin with,
Mm-hmm.
you have to kind of, I would say, decouple the learning from the earning at the early stages in whatever you are doing, because if you are able to learn well, earning is just a matter of time. Earning will follow. But if you are learning from the point of view of trying to earn a lot, then you are in a way defeating the whole purpose. Then the ends are dictating the means. It should not be that. Your means should justify the ends. The ends should not justify the means. So it is extremely important that when you are starting early, you focus on learning as the key aspect, and trying to test the waters with small trades with small amount of money, wherein even if you lose, because see, it's simple. If you're starting early, then you are taking money from somebody. It could be your uncle, it could be your father, it could be your mother, it could be your brother, sister, anybody. Somebody is funding you to learn. So then you are essentially taking a loan. If somebody has put trust in you, even without letting you know. So in that case, you have to take small steps, baby steps, but the objective should be to learn. And continuing on the 1400 example, which is the price of Reliance nowadays, think of it this way. If you are going to purchase a single stock of any script, for example, as a matter of fact, you have to look at the advantage it will offer you in terms of learning the technical and the fundamental indicators. So you have to go about learning what is the fundamental analysis, what is the technical analysis, and you have to go about trying to understand what will happen to your investment as those indicators move. So what the 1400 will do is that it'll force you to go to a website like a screener.in and go about searching the ratios. And then you'll come across the bull cartel. Then you'll come across the fundamental analysis that will put you to Investopedia. From Investopedia, you'll start watching videos. From there, you will probably jump to the Zerodha's Trading Q&A website. There, you'll try to understand about something. From there, you'll go to Zerodha Varsity. They have a whole chapter of dedicated to options trading and other strategies, and so that is how learning happens. You will start understanding eventually how candlesticks work. You will start understanding how open interests are calculated. You will start understanding what is implied volatility. You will start understanding what is VIX. What happens when VIX goes up and down. I have seen the price of Reliance go up by 70 to 80 rupees in a matter of a second when VIX goes haywire. So and my stop losses got triggered. I ended up bleeding heavily on those positions. But the learning I had from that was hold on to your trades when the VIX goes up. So those learnings happen with time. You have to give time. There is always a cost associated with learning, and that is time. Time is the biggest factor. You need to be prepared to invest in yourself.
Yes, and more of that, like for someone who is listening right now, the essential thing that you want to convey is just have patience and don't be afraid of investing time or money into the learning part, because time is eventually an investment also onto yourself, if I can call it that. So you as I am understanding you are just trying to like target the mindset of that person who has been like he has a habit of being feeded by the system. So now by spending those 1400 or whatever amount of money by your pockets and considering that mindset, that will push you to actually put you in the path of learning. by
Absolutely.
learning, self-learning. Like that's what you want to just. That is what I'm just
Yes.
including from whatever you said.
Uh, yes, I am a firm believer that to seek out something is to learn. Uh, and you have to find your calling. Uh, each one of us has a calling. Each one of us has, I would say, you gravitate to a certain thing. You try multiple things, and eventually you gravitate again to a certain thing that you would like to do. And again, in the words of Mahatma Gandhi, you die the day you stop learning. So, what you have to understand is that as long as you have learning as the central construct around what you are doing, you will flourish. You will keep yourself intellectually occupied, because it is extremely important to keep yourself intellectually occupied, even more so in times like today, because it's simple. तुम कितने बार WhatsApp खोल के देखोगे? You will start going nuts by the amount of forward that the news that starts coming on. You start seeing, you start going to the same website. You refresh. You go to Money Control. You go to Times of India. Refresh. Oh, कुछ नया आया क्या?
So for those people, like Money Control becomes like an Instagram, right? Where there's like
yes. So and then what is happening is that you are then focusing your energies onto refreshing the page and trying to read something versus trying to learn something. So you have, all of us have a finite amount of energy. We come with finite amount of energy every day. That is the beauty, and it is up to you. Where do you want to channel that energy? You can either channel it on blowing it away on binge watching on any of the content providers. Having said that, you should do it. It's part of your overall relaxing, but excess of anything is bad. This is something that I have learned the hard way.
The way I look at it is like do everything and just every point just try to consciously come to a conclusion that okay, this is actually feeding me to take me to the point where I actually want to be. So by binge watching, let's say these kind of videos that we are recording right now, you are actually learning, but you are binge watching first of all, but you are putting yourself in a position where you can actually think okay, this is actually feeding me something. क्योंकि अगर इस चीज से like if I'm feeding with myself like वो healthy food और वो like once you taste everything then only you will know कि this is actually good for me or this is not good for me. So वैसा हुआ this is a very good perspective and I like that quote of Mahatma Gandhi. I never heard it before. So so but what was your story behind it? How did you get into industry?
I started somewhere around 2006. Again, that is when I had joined the corporate world and I had enough disposable income to take a few trades. That time the investing scenario was pretty simple. We had a handful of brokers, so I went in with Kotak Securities. I opened opened my account, and I come from a techie background, so I have a master's in computers with network security and cryptography, and I used to do programming. So just before that, during my college days, I think what I am today in terms of the way I go about solving problems has a lot to do with how I structured myself during my college days. In my college days, it was 9 to 3 was college every day, and 6 to 12 was working every day. I used to work for 6 hours every day. I used to make simple websites, classic HTML, ASP programming deployed on IIS, GoDaddy, and things like that. So, but what that did was that exposed me to a language called Visual Basic, VB 6.0, back in 2000, I think 2001. It was the new programming language. But what that enabled me to do was that it gave me new projects from my college professors, and that got me exposed to various business processes as to what happens if you are building, let us say, an examination automation system where you have to enter marks, print out degrees, things like that. So that exposed me to a business flow. That was the foundation of me what I am today, in the sense today if you give me any problem, I'm able to break it down into smaller components and then go about solving it with multiple things. So continuing on that thread where we were about how I went into the stock market, as I said, 2006 when I took my first trade. I was working for a company called Satyam Computers back then, and which is now known as Tech Mahindra. So uh, I was after taking the first trade, I was like on top of the world. I was like, wow, I have managed to buy something today. I straight away went to my boss, gem of a guy. I went to him and told him, boss, I have bought a stock today. He's like, all right, great. So how much money did you make? I said, I have not made any money till now. He said, all right, the market will close at 3:30. Can you beat it? That time I did not know markets also close by 3:30. So I was like, okay, if I bought the stock, that means I can sell it anytime. Why can't I sell it at 6 p.m., 7 p.m. in the evening? So that was the level of ignorance, but there was still a level of wanting. So uh, all of us go through a quadrant in our lives in whatever process we do. So the first quadrant is you are unconscious and you are incompetent. So you don't even know that something like this exists. Then you go to a conscious but incompetent quadrant. From there you go to a conscious and competent quadrant, and eventually you go to unconscious competence quadrant. That is how people move. So where I am today, I won't say I'm somewhere at the unconscious competence level, but someone who didn't know that the markets close at 3:30 p.m. to someone today who's able to deploy an artificial intelligence system that takes in the stock market feeds and is able to write an option dynamically and close out a losing option trade. So all of that requires a lot of learning and a lot of wanting to do things.
Yeah, makes sense. It's like the same as someone who, like the 13-year or 14-year-old guy who wants to start driving. So like the first time you sit in, I remember my time, like the first time I sit in the driving seat, I was like, I didn't know when to like press the brakes and when to change the gears and when to, like, I didn't know anything. So from that state to actually knowing that, and now like one can, like, after doing it after an ample amount of time, one can actually, just do it without even knowing that he's actually pressing the brake, and like unconscious efforts. So it's the same analogy, right? If you can just call it that way.
Yes, and it takes time to develop that skill. It takes time to develop the the automatic processing of pressing a brake the moment you see the red light in front of your car.
Yes.
But in the beginning, it is very difficult. You have to consciously make an effort to press the brake and release your foot off the pedal. But ek bar you get used to it. And if I can draw an analogy now, these automatic signals of the car in front of you pressing the red light is something similar to a RSI shooting up beyond 80 for a stock. And you then now know that, okay, based on my look back interval, this is right now the time to short the stock. You couple it with an ultimate or a RSI or a CCI indicator, and you have a better picture. And if you are running correlations against certain indexes and certain other stocks, you have even a better picture whether I should short the stock or go long for a certain amount of time. So all these things are built one by one, but you have to start somewhere. Even the biggest of journeys starts with a single step. So you have to start and just go on, because I'm a firm believer that the secret of getting ahead is in getting started. All of us will make mistakes. We will do blunders. I have lost 25,000, 30,000 rupees in like 4 seconds. Gone. Over. So that is a mistake. But then the key lies in not falling out of place because of that, but learning and tightening your controls so that next time.
But what kept you going? Because for someone who is like doing a job, a corporate job, and 25,000-30,000 at that point of time would be a huge amount of money in 4 seconds to lose, right? But what kept you going? Were you looking at the stories of already, like, admiring someone and then looking at that and then see कि हाँ भाई इन्होंने lose किया, तो it's okay to lose because it's a part of learning. But you need a constant motivation. What kept you moving in those times?
Well, to be honest, I would say I got greedy.
Okay.
Because I had suddenly seen that there is a way to make money, and that is when the ends had started justifying the means for me. And that is where things got out of hand for some amount of time, wherein I started doing things which I was not very confident about, but I had started taking uncalculated risks, uh, and that is where things. That is when you stop learning.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you have to be very clear that when you are starting such learnings, you don't compromise on the principles that you are starting out with,
Okay.
because it is what you're starting today with will be very different to what you are 10 years from today.
Yeah.
But the principles should not change. The principles should still remain the same, that uh, I'm here, I'm in it for learning, I'm in it for trying to understand how markets operate, I'm in it here to understand what is technical analysis or what is fundamental analysis, and now how do I automate it, how do I scale it up, if I may call it. uh, and India is still at a very nascent stage in terms of financial inclusion and financial products. I think the guys at Zerodha are doing an excellent job of trying to bring products, because platforms existed in the market, but they are bringing out products which are uh, having no competition at all, to be honest, in a few places. And that is the reason why I have been using their platform for a long time. It's simple. They offer what people want.
So if someone wants to go, there will be a link in the description. But from that guy who bought one stock in 2006 uh, and went to his boss and like, तो वहाँ से लेके right now the journey was like, as you said, going up and down and up and down. But was there someone who can actually guide you at that point of time, or were you like, अंदर से वो motivation आ रहा था that you can make money and this is for you, and like the market is a place where I can actually be someone that I wanted to be?
Well, I would say my father had a very important role in exposing me to this whole system.
Yeah.
I still have a few paper shares with me that he had purchased of Hero Honda and Reliance, and I have debentures and warrants which are unconverted and they are lying as paper now because he couldn't encash them on time. He invested in IDBI shares back in 1994, and so I was exposed to the stock market as a concept through him.
Okay.
And all the way till his very last days, he and I used to talk every day.
Okay.
कि भाई आज कितने डुबाए या आज कितने कमाए. And he used to talk to me about what are you doing, what are you trying to do, why are you trying to do this, is it not risky, are you on the right track or not. So I would say having a companion or somebody whom you can talk to definitely helps in such times, in such a journey, because अकेले आप 0 से 7 तक आ पाओगे. 8,
See,
9, 10.
this is what I wanted to know. Like, for me, it's about money, it's about numbers, but it's more about mindset, and it's important to know that it's okay to lose sometimes, because that's a part of the game. And in stock market, especially if you're into trading and everything, you lose. Like, there will be more losing days and there will be more winning days. Like, it's a part of the game. So for someone who is actually starting out, losing can mean a lot if he doesn't have exposure to losing mindset, that, or not losing mindset, but it's okay to not to win every time mindset. So for someone like that, he or she should be having a companion or someone to talk to, or actually in these times, like where internet is there, just watch thousands of videos. You'll get to know that, okay, these are
Yes,
It's a
watch
mindset game.
videos. Watch videos. Quora is a very good platform to gain knowledge from people's experiences. And again, I had mentioned the other platforms,
Yes.
the other learning platforms earlier in this talk. Anybody can go there and start learning. So, yes, your point is correct that the companionship has kind of shifted from the person to the digital world. But आपको कोई एक या दो लोग चाहिए आपके साथ. They could be either in person or virtually available anywhere, who are able to just channel you. You will do things on your own. All that is needed is to channel you in the correct direction, and that is where when magic happens. That is when number 8, 9, 10 happens in that race. But 0 to 7 आपको अपने आप आना है. 8, 9, 10 के लिए आपको जो आपको चैनल कर रहा है वो आपको आगे पहुंच जाएगा.
Makes sense. Now, for someone who is starting, mostly there are just two options. One is like long-term value investing, like the Warren Buffett and those kind of things. And the second is trading. Of course, options and futures and all of that is there. But for someone who is starting, he has been given like these two options by the market as a whole. Either do the trading, which is like a gamble, Zua, and other one is like investing. Just buy and like just forget about it. Right? So, and before, like, what's your opinion about this concept? Whether to go for this or whether to go for that. Of course, there will be like options and futures in the market and all of that stuff, commodities. But for someone who is starting, what would you suggest? And how can actually one, get this self-awareness if he had this mindset to do trading, because it's a lot of pressure every day.
Well,